In last class, we have discussed types of RNA on the basis of the nature of genetic material. There are two different types of RNAs, like genetic RNA and non-genetic RNA. Genetic RNA and non-genetic RNA. The genetic RNA nothing but the RNA which transfers genetic information from one generation to another generation is called genetic RNA. Here, DNA synthesis from RNA. In genetic RNA, DNA synthesized from RNA by the process of reverse transcription. Example, retroviruses. All types of retroviruses like tobacco mosaic virus, HA virus, QB bacteriophage, reoviruses, etc. While the RNA does not access a genetic material. The RNA, which is incapability to inheritance of characters from parents to offspring, is called non-genetic RNA. In the non-genetic RNA, DNA is the genetic material. In the non-genetic RNA organisms, DNA is the genetic material. Here, on the basis of function, structure, and location, the non-genetic RNA classified into three types, like rRNA, mRNA, and tRNA. In yesterday's class, I have given the brief account of rRNA, but the most important information for competitive exams regarding about rRNA is generally rRNA present in the ribosomes but synthesized from nucleolus of the nucleus. NOR, nucleolus, so organizing region of the nucleolus of nucleus. Soon after their synthesis, migrates to the cytoplasm, enters into the cytoplasm through nuclear pore and located or existed inside the ribosomes. That's why such kind of RNA is named as ribosomal RNA. Yeah, there are two different types of ribosomes present in eukaryotes and prokaryotes. In eukaryotes, 80S type of ribosomes made up of 60 S subunit and 40 S subunit. In eukaryotes, 80 S type of ribosome made by larger subunit 60S and smaller subunit of 40S. The 60S subunit containing, that is very important, three types of rRNAs. Three types of rRNAs like 5S, 5.8S and 28S types of rRNAs. Whereas 40S subunit contain only one type of rRNA, that is 18S type of rRNA. So totally 80S type of ribosome in eukaryotes containing 4 different types of ribosomal RNAs. Whereas in prokaryotes, there is 70S type of ribosome. 70S type of ribosome. This is made up of 50S subunit, 50S subunit as the larger subunit and 30S subunit as the smaller subunit. The 50S subunit containing two different types of rRNAs like 5S and 23S. Very important. 5S rRNA 23 sRNA present in the 50s subunit of 70s type of ribosome. Whereas the smaller subunit, that is 30s subunit, containing only one type of ribosome RNA, that is 16s RNA. So totally 70s type of ribosome in prokaryotes, having 3 different types of RNAs. That is the end topic of last class syllabus. Now, today in this session, we are going to discussing about functions of RNA and remaining 2 different types of RNAs, non-genetic RNAs. Yeah, the important function of RNA is protein synthesis. The ribosomal RNA helps in protein synthesis because rRNA present inside the ribosome responsible for protein synthesis. So, due to presence of ribosomal RNA inside the ribosome, responsible for formation of polypeptide chain or protein molecule during protein synthesis. Hence, the ribosomes are commonly called protein factories of cell. Protein factories of cell are the ribosomes. That is due to presence of rRNA inside the ribosome. Sir, how the ribosomal RNA or RNA helps in protein synthesis? Nothing but the ribosomal RNA present inside the ribosomes provide attachment site. Listen here, rRNA provide attachment site to the tRNA and mRNA and them attach it to ribosome during protein synthesis. For example, see here, this is one mRNA. After transcripting from DNA template strand, DNA antisense strand containing triplet codons. Now, this mRNA migrating from nucleus to the cytoplasm through nuclear pore immediately attached to smaller subunit of ribosome. And at the same time, the tRNA, transfer RNA, carries amino acid. Say, this is the simple clover leaf model of tRNA, trifolium model of tRNA. So, this tRNA carrying the amino acid and migrates to the ribosome, move to the ribosome, thereafter attach it to the mRNA codon by its anticodon. Then to code the amino acid during protein synthesis. The attachment of tRNA to the mRNA, binding of tRNA to the mRNA takes place by the help of ribosomal RNA. Or RNA. That's why the ribosomal RNA provides attachment site, provides binding site to the tRNA and the mRNA, later them attached to the ribosomes. That's why ribosomal RNA helps in protein synthesis. So, the important function of rRNA is it helps in protein synthesis. And at the time of protein synthesis, rRNA provide attachment site to tRNA to the mRNA, tRNA and mRNA, and them attached to the ribosome is the first function of rRNA. So totally rRNA helps in protein synthesis inside the ribosomes, since the ribosomes are commonly called protein factories of cell. Protein factories of cell. And next function is, second function is, say, the ribosomal RNA acts as a catalyst. rRNA acts as a catalyst. rRNA acts as catalyst and to form peptide synthetase enzyme. Synthetase enzyme. See, the ribosomal RNA present inside the ribosomes acts as an enzyme, acts as a catalyst, and to form peptidyl synthetase or peptidyl transferase enzyme. Peptidyl transferase enzyme. This is responsible for formation of peptide bond in between successive amino acids during protein synthesis. Well, listen here. The peptide bond present between amino acids, existing between amino acids, that is carboxyl group of one amino acid and amine group of another amino acid, binds to each other, attached to each other through peptide bond. Listen here. In first year PUC, already I was discussed with you the general structure of amino acid is NH2, HO, COHO and R. R is the aryl or alkyl group, and another amino acid COOH, NH2, R2RR and H. In between amine group of one amino acid and carboxyl group of another amino acid binds to each other through a bond called peptide bond. This is peptide bond. By the elimination of one molecule of water. So, this peptide bond is established between one amino acid to the other amino acid by the help of peptidyl transferase enzyme or synthetase enzyme. Peptidyl transferase or synthetase enzyme. Say, this peptidyl transferase enzyme synthesized by rRNA present inside the ribosomes. You should remember important information. Say, rRNA acts as a catalyst. Catalyst is equal to enzyme, that is peptidyl transferase enzyme. Peptidyl transferase enzyme, it helps in establishment of peptide bond in between amino acids during protein synthesis. That's why rRNA indirectly supportive to protein synthesis, biosynthesis of proteins. Important for one more question. Say, the catalytic property, this catalytic property of rRNA. One more question. This catalytic property of rRNA is called ribozyme. Ribozyme. Ribozyme means the catalytic property of rRNA is called ribozyme. Confused? And also some rhyming words. No ribosome, ribozyme. Ribozyme. Yeah, ribozyme means so ribo nothing but to ribosomal RNA. Zyme means so catalytic property, catalyst the enzyme. So rRNA plus enzyme equals to ribozyme. So the catalytic property of rRNA is called ribozyme, or the functions of rRNA, ribosomal RNA. Means totally rRNA responsible for biosynthesis of proteins present inside the ribosomes. Hence the ribosomes entitled as protein factories of cell is the functions of rRNA. Then next to the rRNA, second type of RNA is the mRNA. Messenger RNA, mRNA. Say, mRNA, messenger RNA is the longest RNA and short lifespan bearing RNA. Important. Listen here. mRNA is longest RNA and shortest lifespan RNA. Shortest lifespan RNA. Important. For one more question, approximately just 1 to 4 minutes. Lifespan of mRNA is 1 to 4 minutes. So the shortest lifespan RNA is the mRNA, or longest RNA is the mRNA. Say, it was first discovered by mRNA was first discovered by Wolking in yeast cells. Listen here. mRNA was first noticed by Wolking, scientist name Wolking, in yeast cells. That is unicellular fungus, belongs to kingdom Mycota and class Ascomycetes. So in the yeast cells, so in very first time mRNA discovered by Wolking, but the name term mRNA was coined by Jacob and Monod. So mRNA was first discovered by Wolking in yeast cells, but the name mRNA, messenger RNA, was coined by Jacob and Monod. mRNA accounts about 5% of total cellular RNA. We remember this statement. mRNA accounts about 5% of total cellular RNA. Very important. But the abundant RNA, maximum percentage of cellular RNA is the rRNA. 80% of rRNA is the cellular RNA. That's why rRNA is the abundant RNA, biggest RNA, and also largest lifespan bearing RNA. But the short lifespan bearing RNA is the mRNA. It accounts about 5% of total cellular RNA. Important. Made up of more than 1,500 nucleotides. More than 1,500 nucleotides. And it is synthesized from one of the DNA strand. You should remember this statement. mRNA is synthesized from one of the DNA strand, that is called antisense strand or template strand from 5' to 3' direction. Listen here. mRNA accounts about 5% of cellular RNA, made up of more than 1500 nucleotides, and it is synthesized from one of the DNA strand, that is called template strand or antisense strand, from 5' to 3' direction, and the nitrogen base sequence of mRNA opposite to the antisense strand, opposite to the template strand. Very important. So the base sequence of mRNA complementary to the one of the DNA strand, that is antisense strand. Important. One simple example: if the DNA containing antisense strand of DNA contain, say this is one replication fork. During replication, in this replication fork, one strand orientation is 3' to 5', 3' to 5', another one is the 5' to 3'. After DNA replication, by the help of DNA unwindase enzyme, DNA helicase enzyme, from the point of ORI site, the two strands are get separated due to breaking of hydrogen bonds. Thereafter, to produce Y-shaped structure called replication fork. In the each replication fork, there are two DNA template strands. Out of two template strands, only one of the template strand participating transcription of mRNA, that is called antisense strand or template strand. Its direction is 3' to 5'. So now this is antisense strand. Now this antisense strand contain nitrogen base sequence TAC, thymine, adenine, cytosine, guanine, cytosine, thymine, etc. are the base sequence of nucleotide sequence of antisense strand. Now this antisense strand participating transcription of mRNA in presence of transcriptase enzyme or RNA polymerase enzyme. So the RNA polymerase enzyme, for example, this is RNA polymerase enzyme or transcriptase enzyme. Now this RNA polymerase enzyme collects RNA nucleotides present in the nucleoplasm of nucleus one by one, opposite to the nitrogen base sequence of the antisense strand. For example, if the DNA contain, antisense strand of DNA contain thymine nucleotide, RNA polymerase enzyme collects the adenine nitrogen base. If the template strand containing adenine nitrogen base, RNA polymerase enzyme collects the uracil nitrogen base. If the template strand containing cytosine nitrogen base, RNA polymerase enzyme collects the guanine nitrogen base and successively leads to formation of phosphodiester bond in between RNA nucleotides. Thereafter, to synthesize the mRNA from 5' to 3' direction, as well the RNA polymerase enzyme shifting from 3' to 5' direction by one nitrogen base to the another nitrogen base. Andre ಇಲ್ಲಿ RNA polymerase enzyme 3' to 5' direction antisense strand ಮೇಲೆ one nitrogen base ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ next nitrogen base ಗೆ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಸ್ಲೈಡಿಂಗ್ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇಷ್ಟು ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೋ RNA polymerase enzyme RNA ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೋಟೈಡ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೋಪ್ಲಾಸಮ್ ಇಂದ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಬೈಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಫಾಸ್ಫೋಡೈಸ್ಟರ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಎಸ್ಟಾಬ್ಲಿಷ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಯಾವಾಗ ಫಾಸ್ಫೋಡೈಸ್ಟರ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ RNA ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೋಟೈಡ್ಸ್ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಜನರೇಟ್ ಆಯಿತು, mRNA ಸಿಂಥೆಸಿಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಷನ್. ಬಟ್ in our topic, mRNA nucleotides, nitrogen base nucleotides of the mRNA opposite to the DNA, complementary to the DNA. That is, in our explanation, mRNA synthesized from one of the template strand of DNA from 5' to 3' direction, and base sequences, nitrogen base sequences opposite to, complementary to antisense strand. That is the introduction of mRNA. So mRNA is one of the longest RNA and also shortest lifespan bearing RNA, approximately 1 to 4 minutes. Within 4 minutes completes the lifespan of mRNA. That's why mRNA is one of the shortest lifespan bearing RNA. It accounts about 5% of total cellular RNA synthesized from one of the DNA template strand or antisense strand from 5' to 3' direction. And base sequences, nitrogen base sequences complementary to template strand, opposite to antisense strand. Important. In eukaryotes, mRNA contain 7 distinct regions. Means eukaryotic mRNA containing 7 distinct regions, 7 distinct parts in eukaryotic mRNA. That is, for example, this is one longest mRNA. Listen here. In eukaryotes, mRNA containing 7 distinct parts. That is G-cap at the 5' end. First part is the G-cap at the 5' end. Very important. A meaning for G-cap for methylated guanosine. Methylated guanosine present at the 5' end. You should remember the eukaryotic mRNA containing 7 distinct parts. Among them, first part is the G-cap, methylated guanosine cap, methylated guanosine at the 5' end. Very important. Next to the G-cap is the non-coding region. NCR, abbreviated form NCR, non-coding region first. That is the second part. Listen here. Next to the G-cap is the non-coding region first. Here non-coding region first nothing but listen here. The code also present in the non-coding region first does not take part in protein synthesis. You must remember this statement in clearly. That's why such a part of mRNA is called non-coding region. Means the nitrogen base sequence or code also present in the non-coding region first does not involve in formation of polypeptide chain or protein synthesis. So it can name as non-coding region first. Then next to the non-coding region first, important, is the initiator coding region. Initiator coding region. Number 3. Third part to number 3 part of initiator coding region. Important. This region always containing AUG or GUG codons. You must remember this information in clearly. Initiator coding region always containing AUG initiator codon or GUG initiator codon. Sir, why AUG or GUG called as initiator codons? Because from this AUG codon to starts the synthesis of polypeptide chain. Formation of protein or synthesis of protein always begin by first codon, that is AUG codon. And this AUG codon always codes methionine amino acid. That's why in majority of protein molecules, in majority of polypeptide chains, the first amino acid is the methionine amino acid because it is initiated by initiator codon AUG. You must remember this statement. For example, this is one type of cell, either plant or animal cell, and this is the area of nucleus, and this is the area of ribosome, and this is the area of amino acid pool. Amino acid pool means collection of group of amino acids present in the cytoplasm of cell is called amino acid pool, like that of gene pool. Collection of genes present in the genes, group of genes present in the given population, in given species at a particular period of time is called gene pool. That is one type of evolutionary concept, evolutionary topic. Like that, group of amino acids, collection of amino acids present in the cytoplasm of cell is called amino acid pool. This amino acid pool contain deconcentrated, dear students, 20 amino acids. Amino acid pool contain 20 different types of amino acids. Out of 20 different types of amino acids, first amino acid is the methionine amino acid. Methionine amino acid, you must remember, because at the time of transcription and protein synthesis, first codon is the AUG codon. Initiator codon is the AUG codon. This AUG codon always selects, always codes methionine amino acid by the help of tRNA, by the help of first tRNA carrying, containing UAC anticodon. You must remember this statement. If the mRNA containing AUG codon, for mRNA AUG codon, anti-consistent of DNA containing TAC nitrogen bases, because from 3' to 4' directed anti-consistent. First 3 nitrogen bases, first 3 DNA nucleotides are the TAC, DTMP, deoxythymidine monophosphate, DAMP, deoxyadenosine monophosphate, DCMP, deoxycytidine monophosphate. Means each and every nitrogen base present in the nucleic acids as in the form of nucleotides, never nucleosides, or never directly existed as in nitrogen bases, in nucleotides. So, from 3 nitrogen bases or nucleotides of antisense system transcript the mRNA in presence of RNA polymerase enzyme. Yeah, RNA polymerase enzyme picking the codes the AUG codon opposite to TAC nucleotides. So the first triplet codon on the mRNA is the AUG. This is always codes methionine amino acid from the amino acid pool by the help of tRNA containing UAC anticodon. So, listen here. This tRNA, specific tRNA having UAC anticodon is called initiator tRNA. You must remember this statement for one more question. Why, sir? It is called initiator tRNA because it will carry anticodon and codes methionine amino acid opposite to the initiator codon AUG. So, the first tRNA is called initiator tRNA, beginning tRNA. So, next to the non-coding region first is the initiator coding, initiator codon, initiator coding region. This initiator coding region always codes AUG triplet codon. This AUG triplet codon is the initiator codon which codes methionine amino acid. Very important. But in prokaryotes, this AUG codon, AUG initiator codon codes N-formyl methionine amino acid. N-formyl methionine amino acid in prokaryotes. You must remember this statement. In eukaryotes, AUG codon codes methionine amino acid. In prokaryotes, AUG initiator codon codes N-formyl methionine amino acid. Very important. But here some simple important concept is there. Be concentrated here. Suppose AUG codon is absent on mRNA. Fortunately or unfortunately, AUG codon absent in initiator coding region of mRNA. Then GUG codon acts as rare initiator codon. You must remember this statement. 99.9% initiator codon is the AUG. But in some cases, in some times, in some situations, if AUG codon is absent, GUG codon acts as initiator codon, which codes valine amino acid, VALINE, valine amino acid. So totally, the third distinct region of eukaryotic mRNA is the initiator coding region which codes either AUG or GUG codons. Here AUG is the initiator codon, GUG is the rare initiator codon. And the initiator coding region follows, means next to the initiator coding region is the coding region. Coding region. Very important. In this region, number of triplet codons are there. Very important. The number of triplet codons directly proportional to the number of amino acids present in the polypeptide chain except first amino acid. You must remember this statement clearly. See, dear students, for example, this is one polypeptide chain, one protein molecule polymerized through peptide bonds. Amino acid first, second, third, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, etc. etc. Example 100 amino acids are there in a polypeptide chain. Important. A first amino acid is the methionine amino acid, MEAT, methionine amino acid. It is already selected by AUG codon present in the Inshenter coding region. Inshenter coding region. So, one amino acid equals to the 3 nitrogen bases. Because according to triplet codon system, in the genetic code, in future, I will give the different types of codon systems, like monoplate codon system, doublet codon system, triplet codon system. But finally, the triplet codon system was the accepted system of genetic code. That means a group of 3 nitrogen bases of mRNA codes one amino acid. So, one amino acid equals to 3 nitrogen bases. 3 nitrogen bases. That is called triplet codon. So, the first amino acid already initiated by initiator coding region. That is the third part of third region of eukaryotic mRNA. First amino acid. And next amino acids. Other amino acids like second to last amino acid. Second to last amino acids coded by, selected by codons present in the coding region. Codons present in the coding region. For example, if the coding region of mRNA, this coding region of mRNA containing 99 triplet codons. 99 triplet codons. Be carefully understood this information and clearly. Say, if the coding region containing 99 triplet codons, 99 triplet codons, nothing but 99 into 3. 9 3s are 3 9s are 27 and 3 9s are 27, totally 297. 297 nitrogen bases. I think I could hope understood this mathematical equation of coding region of mRNA. Andre illi coding region alli 99 triplet codons ide. One triplet codon equals to 3 nitrogen bases. 3 nitrogen bases. So the number of nitrogen bases for 99 triplet codons 297 or 99 triplet codons, and one triplet codon, each triplet codon codes one amino acid. So here 99 triplet codons, 99 amino acids. Last amino acid is the 99 amino acid, and already the first amino acid selected by, coded by initiator codon AUG in the initiator coding region. So, the code also present in the coding region plus initiator codon equals to number of amino acids present in the protein molecule polypeptide chain. Code also present in the coding region plus initiator codon equals to total number of amino acids present in the polypeptide chain, present in the protein molecule. That's why this region, this fourth region named as coding region. Coding region. So, the number of codons present in coding region, you must remember, one more equation, mathematical equation of coding region. Number of codons present in the coding region minus initiator codon equals to number of amino acids present in the coding region. Say number of amino acids or triplet codons present in the coding region minus initiator codon equals to number of amino acids present in the polypeptide chain of coding region. So the triplet codons present in the coding region decided the length of polypeptide chain, protein molecule except first amino acid. So this region is named as coding region, that is fourth part of eukaryotic mRNA, fourth region of eukaryotic mRNA. So next to the coding region is the non-coding region. Non-coding, terminator coding region. Terminator coding region, fifth part. Will listen here. ಇಲ್ಲಿ number of amino acids, protein molecule number of amino acids, count number of amino acids ಎಷ್ಟು ಇರ್ತಾವಂದ್ರೆ ಇನಿಷಿಯೇಟರ್ ಕೋಡಿಂಗ್ ರೀಜನ್, ಇನಿಷಿಯೇಟರ್ ಕೋಡನ್ ಒಂದು ಅಮೈನೋ ಆಸಿಡ್ ಅನ್ನು ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅಮೈನೋ ಆಸಿಡ್ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅಮೈನೋ ಆಸಿಡ್ ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್ ಅಮೈನೋ ಆಸಿಡ್ಸ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು number of codons present in the coding region. So after synthesis of a required number of amino acids in the polypeptide chain. For example, say insulin hormone. Insulin, one type of protein hormone, polypeptide chain hormone, protein hormone. It contains 108 amino acids, approximately, never accurately, approximately 108 amino acids. 108 amino acids. So, out of 108 amino acids, so first amino acid is the methionine, because it is selected by AUG codon present in the initiator coding region. And remaining 107 amino acids selected by codons present in where? Coding region. You must remember this statement. First amino acid is the methionine amino acid selected by, coded by initiator codon already present in initiator coding region. And remaining 107 amino acids selected by codons present in the coding region. So after CL 107th amino acid or including first amino acid last amino acid 108 amino acid, the chain will be terminate. Formation of polypeptide chain will be terminate, will be stopped, never continued, stopped. 108 amino acid code ಆದ ತಕ್ಷಣ polypeptide chain formation ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಇಂತ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಬಟ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ 109 ಅಮಿನೋ ಆಸಿಡ್ 110 ಅಮಿನೋ ಆಸಿಡ್ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಅದು ಇನ್ಸುಲಿನ್ ಹಾರ್ಮೋನ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. Another polypeptide chain, one more protein molecule, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಹೊರತು ಇನ್ಸುಲಿನ್ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. Because each and every hormone or protein having restricted number of specific number of amino acids. So insulin hormone 108 amino acids ಕೂಡ ಆದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಬೈಂಡ್ ಆದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಟರ್ಮಿನೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡಬೇಕು. 109th amino acid ಬೈಂಡ್ ಆಗ್ಬಾರ್ದು. 109th amino acid ಬೈಂಡ್ ಆಯ್ತು, ಇನ್ಸುಲಿನ್ ಹಾರ್ಮೋನ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಆಗ 108 ಅಮೈನೋ ಆಸಿಡ್ ಕೋಡಿಂಗ್ ಆದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ tRNA transfer RNA does not carry the amino acid. tRNA does not carry the amino acid. But whenever tRNA doesn't carries the amino acid, nothing but if the terminator codons, very important statement, if the terminator codons present on the terminator coding region, present in the terminating coding region, then to stop the elongation of polypeptide chain, continuously formation of polypeptide chain, synthesis of proteins will be stopped. So you must remember this statement. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಕೋಡಿಂಗ್ ರೀಜನ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಟರ್ಮಿನೇಟರ್ ಕೋಡಿಂಗ್ ರೀಜನ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಇರಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾಲಿಪೆಪ್ಟೈಡ್ ಚೈನ್ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಸಿಂಥೆಸಿಸ್ ಚೈನ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಬಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಕೋಡನ್ಸ್ ಬರಬೇಕು, ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಕೋಡನ್ಸ್ ಸಿಂಥೆಸಿಸ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಕೋಡನ್ಸ್, ಟರ್ಮಿನೇಟರ್ ಕೋಡನ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ UAA, UAG and UGA. Confuse. Most important for NEET and KCET exams. See, these three triplet codons are called terminator codons, stop codons, nonsense codons, non-functional codons. For example, according to genetic code, according to triplet codon system, there is here, according to triplet codon system, to produce 64 codons, to synthesize 64 triplet codons. For example, listen here, 4 nitrogen bases in mRNA. In mRNA, 4 nitrogen bases like UCAG, uracil, cytosine, adenine and guanine are the 4 nitrogen bases of any RNA including mRNA. So 4 nitrogen bases multiplied with 3 times equals to 64 codons. So 4 into 4 to generate 64 triplet codons. Important. Among 64 triplet codons, 61 codons are the functional codons. Out of 64 codons, 61 codons are the functional codons. Because each and every codon out of 61 responsible for coding of amino acid, helps in selection of amino acid. Simple example for functional codons. AUG, one type of functional codon. GUG, one type of functional codon. UUU, UUC, UUA, UUG, functional codons. So totally 61 codons are the functional codons because responsible for selection of specific amino acid. While remaining 3 codons, see, commonly called terminator codons. Terminator codons are non-functional codons. Terminator codons are non-functional codons because these 3 triplet codons does not select any amino acid. We remember this statement. So these 3 triplet codons are called terminator codons because to failuring selection of amino acids. While the terminator codons does not code any amino acid, nothing but due to absence of tRNA. Never synthesis of tRNA to these 3 triplet codons. Whenever tRNA is absent, no transportation, no transfer of amino acid from cytoplasm to the ribosome. As a result, to end, to terminate, to stop the elongation of polypeptide chain. After required number of amino acids assembled in the grouped in the polypeptide chain. That's why this region is called terminator coding region. Now this terminator coding region containing one of the terminator codon, any one of the terminator codon out of three, like UAA or UAG or UGA, due to absence of a corresponding tRNA. Hence they are commonly called stop codons, nonsense codons, non-functional codons. But AUG is the initiator codon. Out of three, one of the codon is the terminator codon. Important, very, very important. Listen here. The following one statement gives right information for protein synthesis. Right information for protein synthesis. One right option is the AUG is the, say, going signal, UAA or UAG or UGA is the stop signal. Very important. AUG or GUG is the going signal, and out of one of three triplet codons is the stop signal, because UAA or UAG or UGA to stop the elongation of polypeptide chain, they are present in terminator coding region. Then next to the terminator coding region, the eukaryotic mRNA containing non-coding region second. See, non-coding region first present between GCAP and initial coding region, initiator coding region, and the non-coding region present next to the coding region, terminator coding region. Here also the codons present in the, say, in the non-coding region second, the codons present in this region does not involve in protein synthesis. So this region is also called as non-coding region second. That is the sixth part of eukaryotic mRNA. Then last part, seventh region, seventh part of eukaryotic mRNA is important, poly A. Their full form is polyadenine tail. See, polyadenine tail, poly A, present at the important 3' end of eukaryotic mRNA. Because in the initial region at the 5' end is the G-cap, methylated guanosine cap, and at the 3' end is the polyadenine tail. Very important. This region contains polyadenine tail. Polyadenine tail region contains approximately 200 adenosine nucleotides. Only adenosine. Only adenosine nucleotides. Approximately 200 adenosine nucleotides. So here poly means many. A adenine. Tail means in the part of eukaryotic mRNA. Last part, tail piece of the eukaryotic mRNA. So this part is named as polyadenine tail, present at the 3' end. So totally the eukaryotic mRNA containing 7 distinct parts, like GCAP, non-coding region first, initiator coding region, terminator coding region, non-coding region second, and polyadenine tail at the 3' end. They are very important. The functions of GCAP and polyadenine tail in eukaryotic mRNA are the function of GCAP, methylated guanosine cap is, we remember this statement, it is highly complicated to easy to understand. Say, it helps in protection of mRNA from the degradation of enzymes, degradation of nuclear enzymes. Listen here, the G cap protects the mRNA, saves or conserves the mRNA from the degradation of nuclear enzymes. That is the first important function of G cap, methylated guanosine cap, because here the transcription of mRNA, synthesis of mRNA takes place inside the nucleus. For example, this is nuclear membrane, karyolemma, and within the karyolemma is the double-stranded DNA. Double-stranded DNA. From one of the strand of double-stranded DNA, that is 3' 5' direction, called antisense strand, to synthesize to transcript the mRNA. Do you remember this statement? Within this nucleoplasm, because the entire nucleus containing nucleoplasm, and inside the nucleoplasm, within the nucleoplasm, are the several kinds of enzymes. Number of enzymes, group of enzymes are there. Say, your enzymes so present in the nucleoplasm is the chance of breaking of mRNA, degradation of mRNA. Do you remember this statement? The enzymes so present in the nucleoplasm is chance for degradation of mRNA, breaking of mRNA. But from such degradation of mRNA by the nuclear enzymes protected by G cap, protection cap. For example, in severe heart conditions, our head is protected by cap, is conserved by cap, and to preserve to maintain the approximately optimum body temperature. Like that, one of the cap protects the mRNA from the degradation of enzymes, nuclear enzymes. That's why the first region of eukaryotic mRNA is called G cap, methylated guanosine cap, because this is always initiated by guanonucleotide at the 5' end of any RNA, including mRNA, rtRNA or RNA. RNA is always initiated by G, guanosine nitrogen base. And at the last end of eukaryotic mRNA is the polyadenine tail. The function of polyadenine tail is it helps in transfer of mRNA from nucleus to cytoplasm. Listen here. After transcription of mRNA from antisense strand immediately migrates to cytoplasm, enters into the cytoplasm, and binds to smaller subunit of ribosome for translation, for protein synthesis. So, at the moment of migration of mRNA from nucleus to cytoplasm through nuclear pore maintained by polyadenine tail piece. So, the function of polyadenine tail is it helps in transfer of mRNA from nucleus to cytoplasm during protein synthesis. Is the function of polyadenine tail and G cap. Very important. These are the 7 distinct parts of eukaryotic mRNA. But in prokaryotes, most important, the G cap and polyadenine tail are absent. Listen here, in prokaryotic mRNA, no G cap on polyadenine type. Means in the prokaryotic mRNA there are only 5 distinct regions, 5 distinct parts like non-coding region first, initiator coding region, terminator coding region, non-coding region second. That's all. No first and last part. G cap and polyadenine type. Why, sir? These two distinct regions are absent in prokaryotic mRNA. The answer, solution, reason I will be giving next class. I will be continuing next class.